Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Life with Raven. Today I'm going to be doing a letter to my future self. I have a couple things I want to say to my future self, a couple things I want to know, you know? And then when my future self sees it, she'll update. So yeah, let's get into the video. So the letter to my future self is going to be a little interesting because the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to ask my future self questions. I'm gonna talk about my current life, how that's going, so that we can, keep updating every year. So next year, for example, I'll look back on this video. I'll do like a reaction to this video. I'll answer the questions and then talk more about my life a year from now. Okay, so now we have a Miss Marshmallow joining us. Say hello, Marshmallow, with your little spread toesies. I have all of my questions that I want to ask on my laptop. I have my laptop over here, so if you see me looking over here, I'm referencing the questions that I wrote down. But I guess let's just get right into it. So question number one, how is the business going? Because I'm starting my new business, my Life with Raven Etsy shop in January. I'm so excited about it. I'm prepping all the products. I'm getting the product photos together. I'm starting to decide how I want to do this, if I want to sell as per made the 100 envelope challenge, or if I want to do it like limited edition, like these are the amounts that I have, buy what you can kind of thing. Still deciding some stuff, looking into logistics and stuff like that. Super excited about that. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really hoping it goes well. I already have a business plan as to how to scale it up and how to make it so that it's actually a functional, possibly six-figure business eventually. As of right now, obviously it hasn't even started, so I'm thinking way in the future. I used to run a small business where I did glass paintings, and the reason I say small business is because glass paintings are very, very labor intensive, but you can't really sell them for much, so they weren't really good business. It was kind of just something I was doing because I enjoyed it. Then I got burnt out, so I decided to stop it because then I didn't send out the things I needed to send out until like a year later. I decided to go ahead and close that shop because clearly it wasn't working. I never opened it as like a proper Etsy shop. Whenever it came to orders, I would just have them message me directly and then I'd send an invoice on PayPal, and that's how I did it. Basically, I learned a lot from having that business and having it fail. I actually learned more than I think I would have learned or that I have learned in my business degree so far. I'm really glad that I had that experience. I'm really glad it failed actually. I'm really glad that the business didn't go where I thought it would. There was no real way to scale it up, so whatever. I'm really glad about it. How is married life going? Me and my husband have been together for 6 years, so I don't think it's gonna be any different, but like, how is that going? Like, are we super happy still? How did the wedding go? I'm really excited to know how the wedding went. I'm so excited. I am literally doing so much work right now for the wedding, and I know it's only gonna get worse, especially because my husband's not gonna be there the 3 months before the wedding. So that's just gonna be me planning everything, obviously with my grandma who's helping me plan the whole wedding. But how is that going? Like, how did that go? Was it as wonderful as you thought it was gonna be? Was it as beautiful as you thought it was gonna be? Like, did we get it the way we wanted it to be? I have so many questions about the wedding. And the third question, how are the cats? How are the cats doing? Did Marshmallow grow bigger than Birdie? Because right now Marshmallow's our smallest baby. Like, she's the smallest itty bittiest cat. And right now she kind of like makes Birdie look small, which is crazy because Birdie is a year older than them, really. Are they still idiots? Do they still run headfirst into the door? I'm gonna kick Marshmallow, give me a second. Did we get a Doberman? Did we give in? Did John give in? Do we have a Doberman now? Do we have 4 pets? It's a lot of pets. You know that's a problem. You did not need the Doberman. I know you wanted one. You did not need the Doberman. Did you get it? You probably got it. How does the apartment look? I'm actually really excited to know how the apartment in South Carolina looked. How did the move go? Did the move go well? I hope it went well. Did you get help from friends and from your husband? Did you wait till your husband came back? How was it during the summer when John was gone for OCS? That was the first 3 months that I will ever be alone in my life, living alone. Did I decide to say F that and go live with my family for a little bit? Or did I actually stick it out? Did I have my friends come help to alleviate some of the loneliness that I get? I have pretty chronic loneliness when I'm by myself. I've never lived completely by myself. Even when I was in college, I still had a roommate. For those of you who don't know, my husband and I have been together since we were in high school. So when I was in high school, obviously I was living with my family. Then I moved out to college. When I moved out to college, I was living with a roommate. And then when COVID hit, I went back to live with my family on my mom's side. And when I went back to live with my family on my mom's side, I felt very overwhelmed. So I know that I like kind of living not with family. I've done it a lot and it gets very overwhelming, especially after living by yourself. But then after that, I was supposed to move back into college and that didn't end up working, but I was already in Virginia with all my stuff. So my mom just kind of was like, you're moving in with your then boyfriend. So we moved in together. Kind of imposed on his roommate. Still don't feel bad about it though, because his roommate is, I wouldn't say he's like a close friend. He's more like we have more like a love-hate relationship, like with each other, almost like siblings. So I more think of him as like a brother than anything else. But even then, when John wasn't there, we still had his roommate. And now we're currently living just the two of us. We had a roommate, but that didn't work out, so we kicked out the roommate. And then we haven't been alone since. And the few times that we have been alone, our medication hasn't been super stable, so we were not in the best mindset. So I guess following that train of thought, hopefully we did well, but I understand if we didn't. We are very traumatized. Very traumatized, have a lot of really, really chronic mental illness, and currently some chronic medical issues as well. So, if you didn't do well, please give yourself some grace. You need it, because it's really hard, especially dealing with like chronic illness, whether mental or physical, and dealing with it by yourself when you've had someone to help you the whole time is really, really difficult. So if we didn't do well, that is perfectly okay. We will learn how to deal with it, but give yourself some grace. And if we did well, hell yeah. I couldn't ask for anything more. But if not, be kind, because I know you're beating yourself up about it. I know you are. You always beat yourself up about everything. Give yourself a break. So, how did that go? I'm really worried about that right now. My current me is like freaking out about it right now, constantly. How do we do with the separation anxiety? How do we do with all of that kind of stuff? Because we're gonna have to deal with it a lot coming up. So I'm hoping that went better than I thought it would, because I'm really scared about it. And it's really gonna get me the first time, trying to figure things out myself. Did we have my little sibling come to visit? Because I want that so bad. I want my little sibling to come visit. Please tell me we had them come visit. And if not, did we go visit them? Did we go visit other family? Did we do any traveling by ourselves? I know we have our best friend. Did we go traveling with our best friend? Did we drag her around? How did the trips go? The whole month of trips, how did that go? Were we stretching the budget? Were we really going through it, trying to keep under the spending limit? Did we overspend? Please tell me we didn't overspend. I'm about to find out. I don't want to find out. How did Jack coming over go? Was that good? How did meeting, one of your close friends for the first time in person go? Hopefully that went really well. Hopefully the convention goes well. How did managing your disabilities go when you were there? Hopefully that went a lot better, because that's probably gonna be the first time that we're gonna have to manage our disabilities in a really, really big convention, or in a big situation like that at all. And hopefully it goes well. I'm praying it goes well. If that goes well, that gives me a lot of hope that I can handle my mental illness by myself, which is something that I'm very worried about. So how did that go? Please tell me it went well. If not, that is okay, but please tell me it went well, because I'm really looking forward to this month. How is class going? Are we still doing it? Are we still pursuing our degree? I hope we are. I really want to. I'm finding it really hard to continue to pursue my degree because I work full-time and the job that I work doesn't really require a degree. But I know that there's a possibility that I won't be doing the job I'm currently doing when I go to South Carolina. What job are we doing? Are we doing dancing? Do we try to become a realtor? Do we try to become a CFP? None of those? What are we doing? Are we currently still dancing? Because that'd be cool. I hope that we still have the chance to dance because we love it. Are we still working out if not dancing? Because we should be working out if we're not dancing. How's the medication going? Is it everything you hoped it would be? Does it help you a lot? Is it stable? Is it unchanging? Is it managing, the problems that you have currently? How is the reactive hypoglycemia? Is that going well? Is that like being treated? Have we been tested to see what it could possibly be? Have we just been brushed off by the medical industry? Because we all know how that goes. Are we getting help for it? Are we still keto? Can we eat carbs again? Because that'd be great. I would love that. Is it diabetes? Because as far as I've been tested, it's not diabetes. But if I find out, then, it'd be interesting. Is it diabetes? Is it something else? What is it? Like, do we find out a root cause? Do we find out a way to treat it? Really want to know about that one because I'm currently about to go to the doctor to figure that one out because this sucks. How did our savings goals go? How are they going? Do we have the amount that we're expecting? Like, I know that we want to have 6 to 12 months of expenses saved up. How are we doing on that? Are we doing well? How are we doing on the savings challenges, the 100 envelope challenge? Are we almost done, finally? Did we restart it? Because this video is being recorded before I decide whether or not to restart the 100 envelope challenge or not. So I'll find out from future me if that's a thing, which will probably be tomorrow. Yeah, did we restart it? Did we do all the savings challenges we wanted to do? Did we, are we still cash stuffing? Is that still the main, focal point of our YouTube channel? How's our YouTube channel going? I hope well, because I love it. I work really hard on it to make sure that it's going well. Are we still working with our current editors, Jordan and Bio? Hopefully we still are. Did we budget the right amount for wedding? Please tell me we budgeted the right amount for wedding. I need to know that we budgeted the right amount for wedding, if not more. Because if we've under budgeted that, I don't even know what I'm gonna do when it comes to my kid's wedding. I'm gonna be way overshooting how much they're gonna need. Cause we had to pay for this wedding out of our pocket. We are getting a little bit of help here and there from family. And I don't want that for my kid. I want my kid's wedding to be paid for. So I'm gonna budget for that well before I even have a kid. Hopefully you have a trust. Hopefully the kid has college fund. Future me might not know this stuff because, this is well in advance. But did we start on that? Are we putting more into the baby's fund? Not like the cats, but the actual baby that we're planning to have? Are we pregnant? Please tell me we're not pregnant. We don't need to be pregnant yet. You better not be pregnant. That baby fever better not have gotten to you. Because I know it's really getting to me right now, but we are too young to have child. For those of you who are no, don't have child, don't worry. I'm trying not to. And I know I'm very young to have baby fever, but I'm also in a very stable situation with a husband who has stable income. I have a full-time job. I'm kind of at the point of life where most people hit that when they're 25, 27, around there. I am just now turning 21. So I'm a little further along in life than most people would be at the point of wanting to have a child. So give me a break. The baby fever is hitting hard. Now we're going to be getting into the section where I just kind of talk about what's currently going on in life, to kind of try and remind future me of what was happening at the time, Currently I'm working as a dancer full-time 3 times a week for 8-hour shifts. The reason I mention that is because It's very variable wherever you are, whether you have to work shifts or even have to work a certain amount of days. It's super variable. The whole industry is very variable. But are we still employees? Do we have a different job? That's the real question. Because right now we are employees as dancers. We do claim tips. We do, obviously we're filing taxes. I don't know how to do them myself, but my husband does them currently. Let's go over like some of the questions, I guess, and like kind of mention where we're at with most of them, right? So with the business, I'm currently in the beginning stages of planning it out, seeing how it goes. I'm a little nervous about it because I don't really know how to use Etsy that well. If Etsy doesn't work out, I might switch to Shopify, see how that goes. I still wanted to do Shopify. I think I might make both. We'll see, but I think currently Etsy is the goal. I'm planning for a lot of digital PDFs and like digital products to put out there so that I'm not overworking myself, but I can still have some form of income coming in. I'm planning to make a little part of that, kind of make it open, kind of make it so that people feel welcome to shop. Right now I'm basing my business off of two people that I really love how they do theirs. I really love how I see Baddies and Budgets doing her business. And I really love Acorn and Crow. I really love those two. I look up to them a lot. I'm currently reading a bunch of books about business. Like the one I'm currently reading is called She Builds. It's about doing business, but not the hustler way. Doing business the way you should as a AFAB individual, as someone who generally has to go through being raised as a woman. Personally, I am non-binary. I don't know if I will still identify as non-binary in the future, but as of current, I still identify as non-binary. But I don't mind any pronouns. Maybe that'll change in the future. Maybe I will mind which pronouns I get called. But as of current, I don't mind any pronouns. The book I'm reading is basically a reminder that as a woman, you don't have the ability to work 24/7 in the same way that a man might, because a man might be, supported by a stay-at-home partner who takes care of the kids, who takes care of the cooking, who takes care of the house, who, a stay-at-home wife, their general, stuff that they have going. And while they may not have that either, a woman is very much less likely to even have any of that support, much less all of that support. I currently have a lot of support compared to a lot of women, but I still clean the house. I still cook some. I don't cook as much as I used to. I used to cook a lot more. Hopefully we're a lot better at cooking in the future, but because we really need to get better at cooking, and hopefully we don't hate it so much. Right now I really, really hate cooking. Please like cooking in the future or something. I don't know. Right now we have a lot of support. We are going to lose that support every time that my husband leaves, because he is a nuclear submariner. So he's going to leave for 6 months at a time, and that's going to be really hard. I'm really scared about that. I'm very worried about my ability to budget out groceries by myself, because my husband generally does it. I'm really worried about my ability to cook, because he's not going to be around, so I need to cook something. Hopefully I'm not eating out all the time when he's gone. I'm really worried about this stuff. This is stuff that's going to happen in the nearby future. And I'm really, really hoping it goes well. My current medication that I take is Latuda and Adderall. And I take the Adderall extended release. I don't take anything else other than those two. Other than like maybe a Meprazole. I should be taking my Meprazole. I'm still kind of not taking it all the time. But don't tell my doctor. So hopefully we are still taking our medication every day. And hopefully I'm not doing horribly with my medication. I'm really excited about the wedding. The wedding is going super well as far as like saving for it and staying ahead of our deadlines and staying ahead of all of our deposit amounts that we need to have and staying ahead of all the payments that we need to have by certain days. I'm really nervous about moving to South Carolina because I'm really nervous to see whether or not we will be able to find an apartment that'll let us have 3 cats. Our current apartment doesn't even let us have 3 cats. but they're also really nice people, and we absolutely love this apartment building. I will probably make a video about it once we move, but as far as, you know, us living here currently, I will not make a video about the apartment building, but I do want to mention this apartment building in the video because if anybody is living in Richmond and wants a really good apartment building, I would definitely recommend this one. So I'll make that a video when we move, but as of right now, you guys are not gonna be allowed to know because we currently live there. Right now, our savings goals are going really, really, really well. Our savings goals are going so well. We just hit our savings goal for emergency. We hit our savings goal for savings because we had a little extra that I didn't manage to be able to, like, it was in like a separate account, so we didn't count it as part of savings. Now it's a part of savings, but you know, did we meet any goals? Did we meet that 6 to 12 month goal? Because I really, really want to know if we like hit that, because that right now is my biggest priority, is our 6 to 12 month goal. That's what our 10% is going to start going to. I am currently in a really good place. Every time I have a really depressive episode from messing up my medication, I do still have problems with, you know how bad it gets. You know how bad it really gets. But I'm still always in a good place, and I still always have a reason to keep going. I still have my babies. I still have my love of my life. I still have a job I love. I still have the fact that I'm doing classes or I'm starting a business. I still have all of that. Hopefully that's still gonna be that way going forward. But as of right now, I'm in a really good place. I'm really happy. I have a lot of friends. I love my friends. I'm about to go see one that I haven't seen in person. Hopefully that goes well. Future me will know how these trips go. We're in a really good place. We're about to celebrate the holidays with family. I haven't really liked the holidays very much. This is probably the first time I've really liked the holidays because surrounded by family. I'm really excited for my birthday for the first time ever. Like, I'm allowing myself to be excited about it. I allowed myself to write it down on my calendar, which is something I didn't do prior years. I would always remind myself that it wasn't that important. I guess not remind myself, but I would tell myself that it wasn't that important, that I shouldn't be getting so excited about it, that I was egotistical for getting excited about it, or otherwise. I'm not very nice to myself. This is kind of you guys learning that. I'm actually currently learning to be a lot nicer to myself than I ever have in my entire life. I hope that's still good. I hope I'm still doing better, actually, because I'm doing way better than I ever have in my entire life, but I'm still kind of here and there about it. I think I already talked about my job. I currently love my job. Hopefully we don't hate it in a year. It is that kind of job where we can hate it in a year and we can love it the next, or we can hate it again. It flip-flops. It's one of those kinds of jobs where you either love it or you hate it, and you're probably gonna flip-flop between those pretty often. I can't explain to you guys how happy I have been this year and how incredibly blessed I am to have done the things that I've done. Thanks to you guys, I've been able to form a community that I absolutely love and adore. I have been able to support myself, my husband, and my 3 cats. I'm in a very good place, and I hope that by this time next year that I'm also in a really good place. I hope that I have found friends where I am going to be. I hope I make them good, solid friends. I know I won't be there for very long, so I understand if I don't. But I do want to make sure that I do, because I grew up military. I grew up losing friends, making friends, and, you know, going through them like crazy. But it's a different world being a military kid than it is being a military spouse. A lot of military spouses don't know how to deal with the military lifestyle yet, especially with how new to the military lifestyle my husband will technically be, as well as how new people's partners will also be. They won't understand the lost connection, like disconnect that a lot of military kids have. We make a lot of friends. We love them to death. We would wholeheartedly die for them. But when we leave them, we leave them. It kind of ends there. It's very hard for us to continue on those friendships because we have to make so many more in the new place we're going. We're very good at adapting, but that also means we're very good at dropping the moment we move. Now, this doesn't speak for all military kids, but this is my experience, and why military kids are really good to make friends with is because they understand. But you won't be making friends with military kids this time. Maybe you will. Maybe some of the spouses will be like you. But you'll be making a lot more friends with the military spouses. And hopefully they understand. Hopefully there's no drama there. Hopefully you can make friends and keep them and love them. And hopefully your best friend is still your best friend. Hopefully there's no drama at the wedding. Hopefully there's nothing that could possibly ruin the wedding. Hopefully you've let go some control of the wedding and let people take care of it so you can actually enjoy your wedding. That is all for this video. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I love you all very, very much. If you watched this far, maybe you've learned something about me. Maybe you didn't care in the first place, but I hope you enjoyed. This will be a continuing series every year, but it will happen the same day every year. But yeah, I love you guys very, very much. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, because YouTube doesn't always recommend. We have a large amount of you who have the bell notification on, and I love you for it. Mwah! Please keep it going. But I love you guys all very, very much. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah! Bye!